I was born in Pendleton, Oregon, and I was raised really on the West Coast. My family lived in California, Oregon, Washington, and Hawaii. I had a wonderful childhood. I'm the oldest of 7 children, and we are a very close-knit family. We moved a lot when we were growing up, and so we really relied on each other and were friends with each other. And my parents were very close to their families, and so we had a very loving, extended, involved family. So I had a very happy, adventurous, exciting childhood. I chose law after a long discerning process. I think it actually began when I was a little girl watching Perry Mason with my mom and thinking I wanted to be Penny Mason. And it was reinforced when I would defend my younger brothers and sisters if they got into arguments, or if I saw an injustice, I always wanted to jump in and to right it and to correct it. But I, in college, took time to really explore a lot of things, even though my test scores kept coming back very high to be a lawyer. I wanted to be sure it was right and that I wasn't doing it just because everyone else thought I should do it. But after a couple of years with my political science degree, I decided that law really is what I wanted to do, because I wanted to have the skills and training to be able to help people. And I realized lawyers were people that could help people, and I thought I could really make a difference if I was a lawyer. My career started in 1984 when I graduated from Gonzaga Law School, and I had the opportunity to come and be a judicial clerk here at the Supreme Court. I started first with Chief Justice Williams and then continued with Justice Goodloe. After my 2 years with the court as a judicial clerk, I went to the Attorney General's office and worked there for 16.5 years. And I had the ability and the opportunity to work in a variety of divisions. I worked in revenue, in administration, in transportation and public construction, in corrections, and then back at revenue. So I was sort of a utility infielder for the Attorney General's office. But it was a wonderful opportunity because I had the opportunity to practice in both state courts and in federal courts, in both the trial courts and in the appellate courts. And during my time at the Attorney General's office, I was very active also, first in Washington Women Lawyers and then subsequently in the Washington State Bar Association. I was the first public sector and second woman to ever serve as president of the Washington State Bar Association. And it was about 5 years after that that I had the opportunity to run for the Supreme Court, and was elected to the Washington State Supreme Court in 2002 and began in January of 2003. I found Gonzaga Law School to be a place where the faculty and the administration really cared about the students. They challenged us, but they also inspired us. And they cared about us as people and wanted us to really contribute to the legal profession in a positive way. And I think it's just wonderful how the law school has such an emphasis on public service and on giving back, and that was very important to me. One of the reasons I went to law school was because I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted to contribute to the community and to society in helping people solve their problems. And so Gonzaga really gave me the foundation that enabled me to do that in the way I wanted to. My overall experience at Gonzaga was wonderful. I actually remember my second year sitting in an administrative law class, and it was a large class, probably 100 students, and just having a feeling come over me that this was exactly where I was supposed to be, and it was exactly what I was supposed to be doing. And it gave me such confidence and assurance. I just really relaxed and fully got into the law school experience. Gonzaga is very committed to public service, academic excellence, and provides a wonderful Jesuit education. And they do that through their programs of working in the community. They have a clinic where students are able to work with low-income people and provide services to them. They're starting a new center that will be working with the tribal nations and developing working on business codes that the tribal nations will be able to use. But overall, there's just a dedication and a commitment by the faculty to providing the very best education they can to the students. When I look to the future and think about what I might still do, what would be important to me would be to really have the justice system in Washington live up to its full ideal. And I have the opportunity to talk to groups, students, and lawyers on a fairly regular basis. And I really want to encourage them to understand the importance of the justice system and the role that it plays in our society, and to recognize that we as lawyers are the face of the justice system, and we determine what people think about it. And I would like to have a justice system that really had the public's trust and confidence and understanding. I want our justice system to be one that's accessible and available to all, that people are not denied their opportunity to have their wrongs redressed peacefully because of ability or language or socioeconomic or race or for any reason. So I think it's really important that we have a justice system that is open and accessible and available to all. And so if my efforts can help us move to that type of system and that type of understanding by the public, then that would be something else that I would hope to achieve.